Hey everybody, welcome to KM Reviews. I am Niddleman. Today I'm bringing you a spoiler-free review for the movie It Comes at Night. Now this movie stars Joel Edgerton, but one of the standouts of this movie is Kelvin Harrison Jr. And I actually had the privilege of interviewing him recently, so if you want to see that interview, click the link below, click the little eye above, or stay tuned for after this review and there will be another little link there to click. But going into this review, I'm going to give you my rating right off the bat, and if you want to know why I gave it that ratings, just stick around to find out why. But It Comes at Night, I'm going to give this movie a one-night stand. It was good, but there's some issues with it. Now, I'm going to give a fair warning to everybody watching this review. If you're going to this movie expecting a zombie movie, a scary movie, a horror movie, you're going into the wrong movie. This movie is not as they portrayed in the trailers, and I think that's a issue because this movie is really not what the trailers are showing. The trailers try to make it out to be this scary flick, but it's really not. This movie is much more of a family drama. And that's pretty much all it is there's a few characters in this house trying to survive a certain situation going on in the world, but that's not the situation, this virus outbreak, whatever, is not what this movie is about. This movie is simply about some people living in a house, trying to survive, trying to protect their family, and it's a good movie, but it is not going to be good if you're expecting it to be something that it's not, if that makes sense. I know some people went to see this movie and they were very disappointed because they're like, that movie sucked, but that's because they were going into it with the expectation that this is going to be some scary horror movie, on the edge of your seat, psychological thriller. But that's not what this movie is. This movie is much more of a slow burn, not boring, but it's definitely slower paced. Lots of long shots, some great cinematography of these long takes where it's panning around to the whole conversation instead of jump cutting, stuff like that. But again, this movie is very well acted, and the story itself is actually very emotional. It's very heartfelt, and the director to this movie actually wrote this movie as well, and he wrote it right after his father passed away from cancer. At least that's the understanding I have. If that's wrong, well, that's shitty of me to say it wrong, but that's the understanding that I have. But you can definitely feel that. You can definitely feel this movie is about dealing with the loss of someone. It's about dealing with a hard situation and how you cope, and this movie is not about surviving a zombie apocalypse, oh my god, craziness, there's things outside trying to break in. That's not really what this movie is about. So just go into it with the right mindset and you should enjoy this movie. If you can, just don't even see the trailers to this movie and just go see it fresh, knowing that it's basically a family drama with a scary situation as the backdrop. That's the best way I can explain it. But the reason I'm giving it a one-night stand is simply because while it's well acted, while the story is very good, I went into this movie with the right mindset of knowing what kind of movie it was still a little bit too slow for me. And I was expecting there to be some twists or turns or something where I'm just like, oh my god. But there really wasn't. This movie is very straightforward, and I commend them for making something very original and not too crazy. Not everything needs to be about saving the world or the human race or an alien invasion. It's a much more simple movie than that, and I can appreciate that on one level. But at the same time, when it ends, I'm just kind of like, well, I guess that's it. All right, I'll probably never see that again. You know what I mean? There's nothing bad about the movie. There's just nothing that makes me want to come back or that makes me want to make other people go and see it. Now, I do suggest you go see this if you want to see a very well acted and story-driven drama, but don't go into it, again, expecting some horror franchise like The Conjuring or 28 Days Later or anything like that, because that's not what this is. At the end of the day, though, I really want to know what you guys think of this movie. So after you see it, comment below. Let me know what you thought of it. Let me know if you're excited to see this movie. Also, please go and check out that interview with Kelvin Harrison Jr. I think he is going to be a name to remember because I think he's going to be a standout in a lot of movies going forward. But yeah, I don't really have much else to say, so stick around for more movie reviews if you can handle it. Go.